O Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. O Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. The sight of thee at Christmas time spreads hope and gladness far and wide. O Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. Welcome to A Show's Christmas 2022, featuring our regular show's performers back together for the first time in, can you believe it or not, 14 years. We got Daryl Plumber Jr., we got Lyle Smith, we got Benjamin Plumber, Hendrock Plumber is here, Jimmy Saxon is here, Moses Rudo is still around, can you believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen West is coming in, Mel Smith's here too, and so is Stan Smith. Hey, that's me! Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host for the evening, Daryl Plumber Jr. Oh, thank you very much, and welcome to A Show's Christmas 2022. Yep, it's just about Christmas, and we are so glad to bring you this special program. So allow me to explain what's going to happen tonight. Don't bother, Daryl. With us involved, there's no possible way to explain what's about to happen. That's a good point, Lyle, but I'm going to try to explain anyway. This is a variety show, so there will be skits and songs and, well, all kinds of things. Like juggling, equilibristic acrobatics, lots of sight gags. Stan, this is an audio presentation. Now, how would juggling, equilibristic acrobatics, and sight gags fit in? Imagination? Anyway, they told me to get out here and tell some jokes. So let me consult this print off here and we'll read some of them. These might be groaners, so if you groan, please blame our executive producer, Mr. Benjamin Plumber, and not me. Except that Stan Smith gave these to me, so boo him instead. Go ahead, I usually get booed around here anyway. Boo! Not yet. Jeez, you people are mean. Okay, here we go. First one. Why does Santa Claus have 3 gardens?
I don't know. Why does Santa Claus have 3 gardens?
So he can ho, ho, ho! The next one. What nationality is Santa Claus?
I have no idea. Does that mean where's he from?
Yes, that means where he's from. In any case, Santa Claus's nationality? North Polish. Hi-oh! Oh boy, this one is so bad. I mean, Stan has highlighted it. So make sure you boo him extra hard on that. Boo, not cheer. Okay. What is the best Christmas present? I don't know. What is the best Christmas present? A broken drum.
That sucks!
Wait. That was not the punchline. Don't you want to know why a broken drum is a great Christmas present? Not particularly, but go ahead. Well, with a broken drum, you can't beat it. You people are mean. North to south, never let Stan pick the jokes ever again. Hey, now I warned you that I like bad puns. Well, here's one after my own heart. What was Santa Claus's favorite subject in school?
I know this one, Shelly. I went to school with Santa.
Oh, Moses. You went to school with Santa. You're aware, of course, that Santa has been around for a very, very long time.
So am I. In fact, I was in charge of the first Christmas expedition to the North Cottage.
Oh, good grief. I'll be sitting over here napping if you need me.
It was tough sledding, especially since we forgot our sleds and had to use bells and barbed wire. We kept warm by roasting our chestnuts on an open fire.
Don't anybody laugh. You'll only encourage him.
Yep, Jack Frost is definitely biting my robes, let me tell you. Yuletide carols was being sung by Eskimos, and Elvis was getting his hair cut at Fort Chaffee. I remember that well. I was the crotchety old fool who cut off his sideburns. And then I had to trim old Abe Lincoln's beard. He was going to a theater at the show that night. That was in the days before ghosts were invented, so what I did was...
Moses, that is so great. That's great. That's terrific. Security!
Hey, you can't drag me up. I'm the star. People love my goofy and nonsensical ramblings.
Thankfully, it can't get much worse. By the way, Santa's favorite school subject? Geometry. And finally, Stan has circled a knock-knock joke for the last one. Oh, Hendrock, I was wondering if you were here.
I am now. I was there earlier. Even earlier than that, I was there.
I'm before... Okay, I've got it.
You want some eggnog? It tastes just like eggnog.
No, thanks. And that explains the way you're acting, actually. Okay. Knock, knock.
Come in.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's what you say when someone's at the door. Just like that's what you say when someone's at the door.
No, Hendrock, it's a knock-knock joke. You're supposed to say, who's there?
I don't know who's there. I haven't opened the door yet.
There's nobody at the door.
Then why was there a knock-knock?
That wasn't a knock-knock. That was me saying knock-knock.
So you're at the door?
Hendrock, where are you going?
Come in, Dell. I want to hear your knock-knock joke.
Oh, I'm not there. I'm here.
But then why did you say when you were there?
I give up. Thank you, Daryl. Now I owe Hendrock $20.
I told you I could get him to give up with that drunk routine.
It's not much different from the way you normally act, Hendrock, but anyway, okay. Lyle, come here and we'll do the joke, okay? Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Yeah. Yeah? Yahoo! Boy, Lyle, you're really excited about Christmas. I appreciate the sound guys for putting crickets in there for me. Anyway, that's it for opening this show. So we're going to play a little Christmas song that Stan, Jimmy, Mel, and I recorded, and then we'll be right back because the show gets better. I promise you. One, two, three. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is our song, with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising their sound, over hill and down, telling their towns. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas song, with joyful ring, caroling. On how they send on without end their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is their song, with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising their sound, o'er hill and dale, telling their towns. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas song, with joyful ring, all caroling. On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home. On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here, is here.
The name's Sunday. I'm a private investigator for hire, specializing in murders, kidnappings, robberies, and pets. You'd be surprised just how much money people pay me to locate their missing pets. Not today, though. I had just returned 7 swans, 6 geese, 4 birds, call and collect, 3 hens from Paris, 2 shell-wearing doves, and Danny Partridge to old Mr. Claus. Strange name for a cat, Danny Partridge, but I digress. Upon returning to the office, I received a call from a Dr. Bartholomew Who that lived in a place called Whoville. It's near Nome. I wish it was near Honolulu. Anyway, this Doctor Who alerted me to some strange comings and goings of a green-skinned individual dressed in a bright red jacket and a matching hat. This individual also had several matching knapsacks, all bulging, full with who knows what. I hung up, booked a 6th class ticket to Nome and a rental sled to Whoville, put on my trench coat, and got on my way. One thing was for certain. This grinchy-looking individual was a snazzy dresser.
And now, it's time for, oh boy, Christmas memories with our own Moses Rudo. Thank you, Shuddy. I'm Moses Rudo Shuddies. My first Christmas came when I was 38 years old. We had pumpkin cake and fruit stones and peach shoes and hot root beer floats with iced chunky peanut butter and roast Istanbul turkey. We also had plenty of X-Lax. I got this really cool shrapnel that my dad got extracted from his hindquarters in the Revolutionary War. And I got a nice teddy. I don't know how to wear it. I didn't even then, but I tell you what.
This is a show's news update. Here now from the show's news desk is Lyle Smith Sr.
I'm Lyle Smith Sr. Good morning. We are interrupting your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special press conference. State Senator Eddie Geezer Scrooge, who has served in the Senate for 47 years this month, has a special announcement. Our own Stan Smith is live in front of the big holiday tree at the state capitol. Stan, Senator Scrooge has not announced what this press conference is all about, and it is odd to call one on Christmas Day. What's the buzz among everybody there as to this announcement?
Well, as you know, Lyle, Senator Scrooge has long been a proponent of the statewide SCI-CD movement. In fact, he was the biggest proponent of calling it the holiday tree, saying it's more inclusive than Christmas tree. He has also repeatedly called for the abolishment of the Christmas Day holiday in favor of moving it to December 21st and calling it Winter Solstice Day. It is not a surprise that he would try to preempt Christmas with an announcement. And as to the subject of the announcement, it has been speculated that the senator is either announcing he will run for a 9th term or he will announce his retirement, in which case, good riddance.
Stan, need I remind you that we news professionals are supposed to be impartial?
Well, forgive me, Lyle. As you well know, you and I are supposed to be at Christmas brunch with our families. So I think I can be a bit bitter about it. Besides, Senator Scrooge's record of not caring about the common populace is well established. Wait a minute. Wait. I see that the senator is making his way to the podium. Let's see what he has to say.
Assembled members of the media, people at home, thank you for joining me today. I am here to humbly beg for your forgiveness and to wish you a Merry Christmas. I have been a miserly old Grinch, taking any opportunity to attack Christmas. But last night, I had a startling dream. A dream that has convinced me of the error of my ways. Allow me today to pledge 80% of my considerable financial resources to the betterment of all humankind.
please feel free to suggest charitable organizations that are in need of financial support. I also pledge to fill my final year in office pushing for assistance for the poor and downtrodden among us, the ones I've unfairly marked in the past as the surplus population. I will not seek re-election, and after leaving office, I will continue to support the unfortunate with my money and, most importantly, my time. Finally, knowing now what I know about Christmas, I resolve to keep its spirit in my heart 365 days of the year, 366 in leap years. I want to keep this brief, but I will answer a few questions. Yes, Senator Darrell Potter, Bedford Falls Gazette. Yes, Darrell. Okay, you've had your fun, Senator, but really, what's this announcement about? I'm serious, and I know with my track record, it is hard to believe that I am telling the truth, but I am. But frankly, sir, it's impossible. You have a reputation as a tightwad, in spite of your considerable wealth. In fact, you have single-handedly torpedoed many a bill that would have increased spending on social services because, in your own words, it was, and I quote, a gigantic waste of money, end quote. Now, all of a sudden, you're pledging 80% of your wealth to charities? What gives? Me. I've seen what happens if I don't change my ways, and I don't like it one bit. So, I am going to be changing my sinful ways. Yes, Benjamin McAllister, small Chicago Register. You mentioned a Scotland dream. Can you tell us about it? Well, certainly, my good fellow. First, my old friend, Jake B. Marley, who was with me in the Senate until he passed away 7 years ago tonight, visited me, warning me that I was headed for eternal damnation if I didn't change my ways. Then my past was spread out before me, with this angelic being pointing out some things I had forgotten. You know, I used to be quite jolly and happy at Christmas time, till I made my fortune in black gold. I wanted more and more money, and that became the driving force in my life. I alienated my friends, my family, and especially my fiancée, and I became extraordinarily bitter toward the Christmas time. Yes, Stephen Noel, Lapland Lake Ledger. Senator, this story feels extremely familiar, almost Dickensian. Did you really dream this? Excuse me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Dickensian? You know, Dickens. Charles Dickens? You wrote A Christmas Carol? I don't know it or him, for that matter, and there is more to my dream. Oh, let me guess. You saw things as they are now, except this time with somebody who looked like the Jolly Green Giant. He showed you how your top aide, Robbie Cratchit, lives in relative poverty due to the low wages you pay him. Not anymore. I've tripled his salary. I'm even helping his sick little child, Timothy, get the cancer treatment he so desperately needs. Well, that's good to hear, Senator, and I commend you for it. I, in fact, intend to start a program called 1,000 Points of Light. Oh, good grief. And then I suppose the Jolly Green Giant showed you the merry celebration at your nephew Frederick's. He did, in fact. You were there, Benji. I knew I recognized that face. I was. How did you know? And then the giant showed you how all your constituents celebrate Christmas, regardless of how much or how little they had, no matter what challenges they face. Am I right? This is remarkable. It's almost as if all of you saw my dream. It really affected me, especially the last part. So, no more SCICD? No more SCICD. No more stop calling it Christmas Day. It is Christmas Day. With a capital C. And we can call it a Christmas tree again? Of course. I'll even work to get it changed back to Christmas tree in time for next Christmas. No more Winter Solstice Day? You can celebrate it if you want, but I'll be celebrating Christmas. Yes. Stan Smith, Shows News. Presuming that the next part of this so-called dream of yours showed you that if you didn't reform, you'd die all alone, not mourned by anybody, with only your money to keep you company. Presuming that you realize that dying like that made you realize that you wasted your life in the pursuit of riches. Presuming that this so-called change is for real and not an elaborate prank to make us all look stupid, how do we know that you're serious about all this? Call your son, Stan. He misses you, and he deeply regrets the hurt that he caused you and Belinda. How did you know that he's sorry? Wait, like Belinda? That's my wife's name. How could you possibly know my wife's name? I saw all of your family at Christmas brunch in my dream. Please forgive me for causing you and your brother to have to miss your celebration. Or at least part of it. Speaking of which, back to you, Lyle.
How? How could he possibly know? Well, that was Senator Eddie Geezer Scrooge, who has apparently embraced the Christmas spirit, due in large part to a dream that strongly parallels Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Quite frankly, I never thought I'd see the day. May the spirit of Christmas reside in him all the days of his life. I'm Lyle Smith, now back to regular programming.
This has been a show's news update.
And then we chopped out a tree to put in the fire for Christmas, Shuddies. It was too big, though, and it stuck between the roof and the ceiling and stood straight up. And then we wrapped it with aluminum foil, and then we hung golf balls on it, Shuddies. Then I got out my mashie niblick, because I had about 2:15 to the yellow. It had been green, but it was winter. So I took my stance.
We'll come back to this, unfortunately. In the meantime, let's join Stan with something special. It has to be better than this.
It was something else.
Stan? Hello, everybody. This is Stan Smith.
You stink, Stan!
You people are mean. I mean, I come out here for a Christmas sing-along, and you act as though I just let the air out of all of your tires.
You can't blame them, Stan. I mean, booing you is a recurring gag. We have to do it.
Well, you're right, I guess. In that case, I blame you, Daryl. It's your fault.
Maybe you're right the first time, Stan. Maybe they are mean.
Well, in any event, I'm going to lead everybody at home in some Christmas carols, and Daryl is going to play along on the piano, and I want all of you to sing. Hold, wait a minute. What did you say? Come on, you wrote this thing. You knew what I was going to be saying. I didn't write the thing about me playing the piano. I mean, what's wrong with that, Daryl? I mean, you can play the piano, can't you? No? Oh, okay. I guess I can do it a cappella. I would rather you do it a cappella, yes. Okay, deck the halls. Here we go. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. That's great. Now, let's do We Wish You a Merry Christmas, okay? We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding, now bring us some figgy pudding, now bring us some figgy pudding, and bring some right here. We won't go until we get some, we won't go until we get some, we won't go until we get some, so bring some right here. Now we all want the figgy pudding, we all want some figgy pudding, we all want, you hear me, we want figgy pudding right now. So where's the blasted figgy pudding?
Stan! Calm down. Figgy pudding's over there on the craft service table.
Well, it better be.
We're going to get calmed down. We're going to get Stan calmed down, and we'll come back and do some more singing later on, okay? Now on to our next skit.